What's good, homies? Welcome back to another episode in our West Tigers rebuild series. Back with the third game in the Four Nations as England. And it's a do or die game against a pretty tough opponent. Pretty much the best team in the game right now, unless Queensland are ranked higher. But yeah, we're going up against Australia. As for our lineup, it's the same squad as the last game. We're coming off that dominant win against Scotland in the last game, which we all saw coming. I mean, let's be real. As we take a look at the Australian squad, it's a pretty decent squad. A couple of weird selections here and there, as you'd expect in this game, of course. But in saying that, those quote-unquote weird selections are all high-caliber players. Players like Brett Morris, Josh Mansour, Latrell Mitchell in the centres. It's pretty cool to see in the game, although I think it's a little early. But his stats must be up there if he's being selected for Australia. We'll definitely be seeing Latrell Mitchell in the future for the green and gold, and also in the New South Wales Blues. Talking about real life, of course, as we start off with the ball, it's going to be Ryan Hall taking a hit up here, returning the ball actually 4 minutes into the game. As we send it to Burgess, links up with Whitehead, a beautiful short ball, and Whitehead makes a break for it. Surrounded by a triangle of Kangaroos, we try and find a support runner, and it's going to be Chris McQueen who gets wrapped up inside their 40. As we attack the short side through George Burgess, try to bump off a back one-on-one, but we get wrapped up on the 30. As we send it to the block runner, he feeds it to Burgess. Burgess with the fend, and there's just way too much distance between him and the fullback as he scores the first try of the game right under the posts. It's actually a pretty dominant set to begin with. It took us 3 tackles to get inside their 30. We eventually got it to a power runner in Sam Burgess. With a bit of work to do still, he had to fend off one defender, which I believe was Matt Scott. As for Darius Boyd, pretty much welcoming us to the try line, he was standing way too deep and had no impact on us whatsoever. Alright, as we find ourselves right in front of the post once again with Luke Gale, taking the conversion, and we want to extend it to a 6-point lead, just 7 minutes into the game. Alright, we're back in attack here, as we shift it through the hands to McQueen, and he gets wrapped up on the 20. Second tackle, we go left to Burgess, and again just crashing into the line, but this time he gets driven backwards, still inside our own 20. On the third tackle, this time it's George Burgess taking it to the line, and he gets driven backwards also. Just outside the 20 this time, we try and find the line, we end up kicking it into our own player and giving away a penalty. So usually I talk about bad habits I tend to pick up while playing the game. I've noticed that I tend to kick a lot on the fourth, especially when I'm struggling to get out of my own half. Sometimes it works out, like if you see space, you should be kicking towards space, but if you're on the fourth and you're not making meters, sometimes it's best to just tuck it under your arm, run straight to the line, try to milk as many meters as you can, and then eventually smash it on the last. I do that just as much as I kick on the fourth, and sometimes continuously kicking on the fourth can get a little cheesy, especially if the AI isn't responding to it. As the Kangaroos get grounded on our 30, coming off a repeat set, Robbie Farah goes for a scoot, tries to catch one of our markers offside, but he gets wrapped up on the 20, still a decent scoot. As they go short to Mitchell, Mitchell pops an inside ball to Trbojevic, and Jake Trbojevic is going to score a nice little try off an inside ball. One-on-one with Sam Burgess, I believe it was. A little bit of a lock-on-lock action as Jake Trbojevic gets Australia's first try of the game. They go up by 6, and Croker converts the try and gets them up to a 2-point lead. Alright, 21 minutes in, we're back attacking their line as we send it to Chase. Not too sure what he's trying to do there, but we lose the ball forward anyway. It's going to be the Kangaroos feed to the scrum on their own 10-meter line. As they get it out the back, send it to Boyd. Boyd floats a long one out to Latrell Mitchell, and it's just a straight up foot race from here on out. Watkins trying to run him down, but Latrell Mitchell just completely gasses any reinforcements we had and scores under the post for Australia's second try of the game. A great try off the back of the scrum. Simple stuff really. It's just a simple one-on-one miss that put Latrell Mitchell through the line as Croker lines up the shot at goal. Another easy one for Jared Croker. From right in front, he slots the 2, and he's going to get Australia out to an 8-point lead. Alright, 26 minutes into the game, with Australia in possession as they get it away on the last, fielded by Ryan Hall, and he's going to get stopped on our 10. First tackle for us as we approach the 29th minute. We send it to Whitehead, who gets completely crunched in the tackle, 15 meters out from our line. As we almost throw it forward, we delay the pass, we eventually send it out to George Burgess, who makes bulk meters through the middle, and he gets pulled down 35 meters out from our line. Third tackle, we send it to Gale. Gale finds Rangi Chase, and Rangi Chase is going to get wrapped up inside our 40. So we size up our options to the left, we instead send it to the right. And Luke Gale's going to shoot for the corner. As you can see here, gets the perfect bounce as it trickles its way into touch for a 40-20. We still have plenty of time left in the half as we take the tap with 10 remaining, and it's going to be George Burgess taking the tackle. On the 10, we're going to set up for an inside ball play as we send it inside to Tompkins, and Tompkins completely steamrolls. Wait for it. Jake Trebojevic. Now I know it may not look like I'm on veteran, but I promise I'm playing on veteran for this game. I didn't think that was even possible for a fullback, or for any back really, just to steamroll past one of the forwards. Not just any forward on this occasion, one of the best defending forwards today, well at least in real life. As we get done with the replay, we're going to take the kick with Luke Gale once again from right in front. He converts the 4 into 6, and we're going to head into the break, trailing the Australians by only 2 points. So overall, I kind of felt like it was a pretty average performance watching it back as we await the stat sheet here. And as you can see, we're actually going alright against the Australians here. As we take a closer look, we almost have a 50-50 split time in possession. We've completed 3 from 4 sets, we've made 2 errors, given away a penalty, but the biggest thing here is our missed tackle count. As you can see there, we've only missed 4 tackles, with 2 of them eventually leading to a try. Alright, back in the second half, but not much action has happened as we approach the 60th minute. We're inside our own 20 here as Chris Hill goes on a crucial break, ends up throwing an interception as Josh Mansour gets wrapped up just outside our 20 there. On the first, they send it to Thurston, one off the ruck. He links up with Scott, and Scott gets some decent post-contact meters as he inches his way closer to our 10. So they try running another block play with Thurston there, but we end up clipping Thurston high, and Australia's going to take the 2 points to further extend their lead. As Croker slots the 2, another simple kick. It's just been a match of simple kicks, pretty much been a tournament of simple kicks. As we jump back in attack here, 65 minutes in, running on an outside angle, we try and beat their fullback Darius Boyd, but we get ankle tapped from behind by I believe their winger. On the third, as we continue to shift it down the line, and it's going to be Tom Burgess getting wrapped up on their 10. Fourth tackle, we go to Gale, running behind a player. We try and drop another short ball inside, but it's well read as to get smashed in the tackle, and it's going to be Watkins ending up with the ball. He gets pulled down on their 10. Fifth and last here, we send it to Chase, puts a grabber through in behind the line of everyone standing way too deep. The ball pulls up just past the line, and we're able to ground the ball there. And a crucial try there by our fill-in 5'8", Rangi Chase. As we take another look on the replay here, we send it to Chase, out the back to Chase, drops it on the toe, and look at Darius Boyd retreating for some reason towards their dead ball line. Chase dives early as the ball sits up. Alright, so we're locked at 16 apiece. A crucial kick by Luke Gale, and it's another fairly simple kick to be honest, as we take the lead 18 points to 16 with only a few minutes remaining in the game. On the first here, they've got 4 tackles up their sleeve, and they're just inside our half of the field. As Aaron Woods goes on a nice run there, makes it inside the 40. Another run as they find Shannon Boyd through the middle, gets it offered away to Matt Scott, and Matt Scott gets grounded just outside our 10. Third tackle, they go short to Maloney. He links up with Gillett until he eventually gets pulled down inside our 10. Some nervous times for us here in defense as we stop them on the 4th. Fifth and last, one more tackle to go. Waiting for the kick here as they send it to the skies. A beautifully placed kick. Jared Croker comes down off the ball, and he's going to get dragged back into the field of play by none other than Rangi Chase. Like I was saying before, he is the fill-in 5'8", and since he's been starting for us, he's been an absolute gun for us, setting up tries for us left and right, and he's ended up scoring a couple, I think. As we finally take a look at the full-time match stats, we actually defeat Australia, and I think it will be between Australia and New Zealand who we meet in the final. It'll be the final of the Four Nations, and it'll be the final episode in our West Tigers rebuild series. As we take a look at the full-time match stats here, man of the match is going to go to Sam Burgess. Well deserved in my opinion. And as always, if you made it this far into the video, hit up the comment section with the hashtag #OddsSquad over everything. Slap the f out of that like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content, or more content in general. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
Rolling out, bitch, I'm rolling out. Yeah, I'm feeling good. Hold me down, get to know me now. Bet you really should. Overkill, said you know the deal. Said she know the deal. Call my phone, I could beat it up just like I'm Holyfield. She